everyone. Sam Bowar with Colorado MMA News. I'm here with Sam Gaffney, who will be facing Manuel LaCrue in a kickboxing match at Sparta's event on November 7th. Sam, how are you doing today, and how have you been feeling about your fight?
Dude, I've been doing great. I'm excited to get in there, showcase my skills and all that. This fight's been a long time coming for me, so I'm excited to get in there.
Yeah, awesome. Are you hanging out at the gym right now, or is that your place? Where are you?
Yeah, so I'm actually at home. I had my dad do this background for me, so
That is so cool. Is that supposed to be Scorpion or Sub-Zero, or just any ninja guy?
yeah, so it's supposed to be a ninja. It's one of our logos at High Altitude School of Striking.
Oh, that's
Uh, we do a lot of ninja stuff over there, so it's
nice,
fitting logo.
nice. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your martial arts background. Have you practiced any other disciplines, and how long have you been training?
So overall, I've been training around 2.5, almost 3 years now. When I was younger, I did a little bit of Muay Thai, kind of stopped going throughout high school. And then towards the end of high school, I was like, I really need to get back into this, and found High Altitude and took it from there.
Yeah. So you grew up around here.
Yeah, Colorado, born and raised.
Awesome, cool. And so I understand that you're a student of Cory Sandhagen's. How far back do you and Cory go?
Um, I actually followed Corey's career for quite a while, like since before he was in the UFC. Um, and I've done classes and some coaching stuff with him kind of off and on for a little bit, as long as I've been at High Altitude.
Okay. Yeah, and so Corey's known for he has a very unique and a very calculated and and intelligently defensive style. So are there particular things that you take on after him? Do you feel like he's made you like a significantly smarter fighter?
I do actually. There were a lot of things that, like, I never intentionally modeled after Corey. It's just I tried things out, and it's like, hey, some of the things he does, that happens to work for me. And I actually had the pleasure of doing a couple rounds with him several weeks ago, and I learned so much in those 2 rounds with him. But he's definitely influenced my style a lot.
Yeah. So what was your kind of immediate reaction of after that head kick win of his the other weekend?
Oh, I was watching the fights with a few other coaches. We just lost it.
Yeah. I lost it myself, and I don't even know the guy personally yet. So
Yeah.
that was pretty amazing. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So the pandemic has kind of messed things up for a lot of fighters, especially in regional circuits. Did it do so to you at all? How long has it been since you last fought?
The last time I fought was December of last year, so it's been close to a year now. Yeah, I was actually trying to get on Sparta's AVM card in April, and then obviously everything got shut down by then. Uh, yeah, during quarantine, it was kind of rough, but we just stayed busy, kept working, and now we got an opportunity.
Nice. I'm glad to hear you got something going. So yeah, and so what do you know about your opponent, Manuel LaCrue? Is there anything you've done differently in your training this camp to get ready for him?
Um, I don't really think I've done anything differently. Just tried to make my tools as best as they can be, so I can go out there and do what I do best. Kind of at this stage of the game, it's not so much finding your opponent's weaknesses, just because there's not always a lot of footage at this point in our fighting career. So it's more on focusing what I can do best.
Yeah. And so remind me. So have you done is how many kickboxing matches will this be for you after this fight?
So this will be my debut kickboxing match. I've done a few smokers and stuff before, though.
Okay. Yeah, I think my colleague here was just telling me about smokers. Tell the people watching that may not know, what is a smoker?
So a smoker's kind of like an unofficial amateur bout. So it's typically amateur Muay Thai rules. You have to wear 16-ounce gloves, headgear, shin guards, all that. 3 2-minute rounds, and then we have some kind of like inner school ones with Easton training centers where we'll have people from all the Easton training centers get together and we'll kind of match up against each other. And then I've done a few with Oscar Martinez over at Muay Thai Colorado, some over there. But it's just a way for people to get ring experience before actually fighting.
Yeah, and so have you had any MMA fights before?
No MMA fights.
So
That'll be further down the line.
okay, cool. Yeah, so right now, have you been cross training at all, like getting ready for MMA, or is it just kickboxing right now?
Yeah, so I've been doing some cross training. I've been fortunate enough to be able to train with Elevation Fight Team a little bit. Some of our coaches over at High Altitude, Cody Donovan, Christian Allen, they're two very important coaches on Elevation. So I've gotten to work with them a lot, and it's been really nice.
Yeah, I mean, Elevation's got a lot of big names. Is there anybody in particular that you got the chance to train with them?
Um, I wouldn't say anybody in particular. It's just fun being in a room with so many high level people though, and kind of
Yeah,
getting to pick people's brains.
yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, and so if you had to guess, like, do you have a kind of timeline set of when you would want to make the transition to MMA, or do you kind of just want to play it by ear, see how kickboxing goes first?
Um, I mean, it's something I'll have to talk to my coaches about definitely. Ideally, I was thinking maybe 3 to 4 kickboxing fights and then MMA, but we'll kind of see where it goes from there. I might have to do more than 4. I might be able to do less. We'll see.
Yeah. Cool. Great, man. And yeah, so if you want to just tell our viewers, how can they follow your career online?
If you want to follow me online, my Instagram is _Goku Black. Or if you want to stop by High Altitude Martial Arts, I'm one of the coaches there, and I also work front desk, so you'll see me around.
Awesome, cool. Well, yeah, and to our viewers, if you enjoyed this interview, make sure to give us a subscription on YouTube. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Sam, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Wish you the best of luck on November 7th, and I'll sure be watching.
Thank you.